Hello, crafters, and welcome to the Picture to Page Winter Online Craft Show, brought to you by From Picture to Page Papercraft Shows, where we nurture your creativity with in person and online events. I'm Jenny, and I'm so happy to be your host for this session. And the Winter Online Craft Show includes lots of fantastic demonstrations by our talented crafters and retailers. For all the details and as well as sneak peeks of upcoming demonstrations, head over to the P2P website. Whoops. From picture to page and beyond.com.au. While you are there, you can get up to date with our upcoming craft shows, Sandown and the Peninsula for the rest of this year, and join our mailing list so you will be the very first to get this information, along with some special features that are only offered to our mailing list. Now, whether you're watching us live or the replays, we'd love to hear from you. So make sure you pop into the comments and say hello or ask a question if you need to. I'm sure that the crafter will be willing to answer any questions you have. If we don't get to answer your questions, we'll pop back in after, or the crafter will pop back in after and answer those questions for you. So now I'm very excited to introduce you. Start again. Oh my gosh. So now I'm very excited to introduce you to the very creative Danni from Crafters Cupboard. Hi Danni, how are you?
Hi, how you going?
Good, thank you. And you?
Really well. I'm looking forward to this session.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm tongue-tied. I'm looking forward to it as well. I actually love the photo that you sent us. So I'm excited to see what you're going to do. So yeah. So where did you come up
Yeah,
with this idea?
well, mini art's something that's been going on for years and years. Like we all know about ACTs and AT swaps, and just recently ACT coins. We have the Rolodex sort of stuff that's been a movement that's sort of happened recently that I've noticed anyway,
Yep.
especially on Instagram. So I just sort of started researching it a little bit more, and I really like the idea of doing small art where you can keep your creativity going,
Yes.
but you might not have enough time to do, a big layout in a journal. So this is just a great way to be a creative in a short span of time. And it was really just something that I'd seen on the internet when we're looking for inspiration, and Rolodexes have obviously been something that's been creative all the time. And Heidi Swapp brought out the Memorydex to do art on, and never picked it up then, but have now.
Yes, yes, it's something you can keep on your desk and inspire you for something else as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're just feeling a little bit flat, you could just spin your little Rolodex and have a look and see what, sparks your imagination or gives you a bit of inspiration.
Exactly, exactly. All right, well, we'll get through straight to it. So I'll just let you to turn your camera around, and then we
Yep.
can see what you're going to show us today.
Fabulous. Looking forward.
I'm so looking forward to this class. It's this demonstration, I should say. Uh, the photo is just amazing that Danni sent us, and I it's inspiring me. I think I'm going to have a go at this one. So just won't be a moment. She's just setting her camera up. Hi, Georgia. Hi, Barbara. Barbara, it's a beautiful photo, isn't it? Okay, I think Danni's ready. Just give us a thumbs up if you're ready, Danni. Yep. Okay, over to you.
Fabulous. Well, welcome and thank you for coming to have a look at this today. I've just got the little Rolodex in front of me here, and I'm just going to quickly give it a little bit of a flip and show you some of the art that we've been doing in it. So just using little die cuts from Marlene and stamping a little bit of washi tape and stuff there, and just flipping through a little bit of little pieces of washi tape and stamp and just die cuts and things. So nice and easy. And I've done a lot of these on jelly paper so that you can use the backgrounds really quickly, or they're on designer papers. Or otherwise you could just do sort of painted backgrounds as well. So this is just some of the work that's in here.
Beautiful.
And of course we all sort of love using our little bits and pieces. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in frame. So that's just one of them. And then Jennifer's also gotten on the bandwagon, and she's got, her artwork is a little bit different from mine. Most of her backgrounds are actually painted.
Okay.
So she's used the paper artsy paints and added fodder and bits of die cuts and things too to create her artwork on there. And so you can see that doesn't have to be, you know, anything too elaborate. It's just about, you know, spending 10, 15 minutes making something and feeling creative.
Yes.
And then of course you've got these beautiful, you've got this beautiful Rolodex to go through and find some inspiration when you're feeling a little flat. So there's some beautiful pieces in here as well.
Yes.
Definitely. So these are all just painted backgrounds. Really sweet. And of course it just goes on. We've just, you know, you can imagine flipping through this and having a lot of fun with it. So
sure. How many would it hold, do you think?
Oh, look, well over 500. I think Jennifer's got about 40 in here at the moment, and you know, she's still got all this to create. So, yeah, so you know, scour your op shops and find some old Rolodexes, or maybe go out in the shed and see grandma and stuff, because they used to be pretty used back in the 80s and stuff. So I'm sure that there might be some old Rolodexes kicking around. Otherwise, Heidi Swapp's got them, and we are taking orders for the Rolodexes if anyone wants to pop on this little challenge and do some art as well. Fantastic. But today I'm just going to quickly show you how to make some of these little cards and how easy it is. So here's a few more little pieces. This is just die cuts and a bit of stamping. This is on jelly paper, and obviously Tim Holt's little people and just sort of little bits of fodder and stuff, and then hand-drawn elements as well. So this is just a face that I've drawn and added a little bit of pen work. So it's really easy to do and accomplish. No one has to be too skilled to do them. So again, I've just got a little bit of, this is Marlene's collage paper, and I've just stuck that down onto the index card there. And they do have hole punches and stuff, so you can actually punch out for your Rolodex as well. So it goes back onto the system. And there's also dies to cut out your paper as well. So that's quite easy. So they're just a little bit of Marlene's design papers.
Okay.
We've got a little bit of jelly paper that I've just, jelly prints, and I've just stuck them down. They're pretty ordinary, they're not very special, but by the time you stamp and stuff over the top of them, it creates a really easy background, and you get rid of all those horrible jelly prints that might have just gone into that. And again, this is just designer paper. So I've just stuck it down with some old design papers that from the scrapbooking days.
Yes.
And just stuck it straight down onto my index card. You can also, the card's thick enough that you can also paint on, like Jennifer has done with hers. Yes. So this is just an easy way of doing backgrounds. So I'll get started and I'll show you how I go through the process.
That'd be great.
Okay, so I'll just quickly choose a nice, so this one here is on designer paper.
Yep.
And I just basically get out a little bit of fodder and my inks. It's great to use up all your little scraps and things that, you know, we collect because it's too nice to throw out.
Yes, we all have some of those, don't we?
We do. I'm just using some distress ink here. I'm just using the vintage photo, and I'm just going to ink around the edge, give it a little bit of a vintage feel. And I've got a little bit of music paper that I've just ripped up, and I'll just place that down on my card as well, giving it a little bit of inking. And I'm just going to use a glue stick to glue all that down. I've got a few little stamp pieces that I've stamped out onto designer paper. So this is the new Tracy Scott stamp set. It's got these gorgeous little cogs on them and the gorgeous butterfly, which is a little bit too big for me to use today. But this one, Tracy Scott's TS074, is a new release. And this is just perfect for all these little cogs and stuff. Are just perfect for Tim Holtz people. So what I've done is I've stamped them out onto a little bit of designer paper, just like this, and then I've fussy cut them out. So I've just got a few little elements that I can play with. And so it's just a matter of finding my little man and just shuffling pieces around until I know I've got sort of a design that I'm happy with. So I'm just gonna, these are little Tim Holtz die cuts, that packets. They're great for just adding a little bit of fodder onto your arrangement. And so it's just a matter of layering it up. I'm going to stick a few of those little cogs in there. And so once you're happy with the grouping, you can just sort of glue it all down.
Yep.
And that's working for me. I'll just quickly glue those.
They look great. That looks good. You know, it's
Yeah,
something
and
that you
you
can
can.
throw together quite quickly, isn't it?
It is something really easy, and you know, it just makes you feel inspired. Doing a little bit of quick art, you feel accomplished when you've only got a little bit of time. And like I said, it's so nice to go flicking through that Rolodex later on and having a look at what you've done over a few days.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes you just don't feel inspired to do a large, layout in your art journal or something. And this would just be perfect for that, a few minutes.
Exactly. And, you know, life's busy. Like if you've got young children and stuff, you might only have an hour or so while they're napping, or so it's, you know, good just to be able to get something done. And you're still being creative and you're not in a rut.
Exactly. Yes.
Not that I've got young kids anymore, but yeah.
Well done.
And I'm just going to stick a little bit of fibre down. I've just got a little brick rack. Sorry, I've got to get my lid off my glue.
Okay. That's a rickrack.
Yeah. So you can really just sort of fossick around in your drawers and see what you've got. We're always keeping little pieces of paper and stuff,
Yes.
you know, because we might need it somewhere. And so this is just the ideal project to use up all those little bits and pieces that you've got. And I'm sure everyone could make these really quickly with everything they've already got without having to make any purchases,
Exactly. Yes.
which is, you know, a great thing nowadays. Use up our supplies,
Yeah.
although
Sometimes the
sometimes it
pressure
just
of sorry. Sometimes the pressure of doing a full page or something is just like overwhelming. This would be sort of less
yeah,
overwhelming.
these are a good way to start, aren't they? You could do a couple of these and then that would get you in the mood to do a layout or something like that too.
That's
You
correct.
know,
Yeah.
you could make them, extend them a little bit for what you've already done. So we can stick a little Tim Holtz word on there or something. Let me quickly find something that's appropriate.
Oh,
Today is full of possibilities. That sounds pretty good. And I'm just going to cut that a little bit
Karen's just
shorter.
asking. She missed the beginning. She just wanted to know where the details of the Rolodex. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Crafters Cupboard is selling them. Is that correct?
Yes, we're waiting for them to come in, so they didn't come in on time. So we are taking orders for them. You can just pop us an email on the website and just say that you're on, and we can pop that aside for you. So, or otherwise, you can look elsewhere for Rolodexes and things like that. But we definitely have them on order, and we're just waiting for them to come in. So they just didn't get here on time, unfortunately. But see, that's how quickly that's come about. We can put a little bit of line work in there too. Did I give out my pen? Yep. So I've got a little pen here, and I can just give it a little bit of a frame as well. Just a nice little scratchy line.
Looks great. And you're not limited to sort of like, like not themes or what I'm saying, trying to say, like you can just do any kind of art, can't you?
Whatever takes your fancy at the time. So I'll quickly do another one with some bright coloured marlene stuff.
Yeah,
I'll just put that in the Rolodex.
You've got 10 minutes, so.
So again, just using a little bit of design paper here. And this time I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So I've just got some tiny little stamps and some archival ink. So we'll make this a little bit brighter. So I'm just going to ink with the little archivals. And these are just some of the Marlene stamps that we got in our advent calendars over the last couple of years. Most people would probably know about those ones. And she's just released a new advent calendar for this year. So again, just a little bit more stamping. Might put a little bit of yellow in this one. And so again, you can quickly change that design paper into something a little bit different and a bit more creative that sort of suits what you're doing.
Changes, you add layers, the same as, just keep adding layers until you're happy, isn't it, really?
Exactly. So I've just pulled out an old Marlene die cut book, and of course she's got new ones out as well. So these are just the die books. And we've got them online as well. So I've just cut out this cute little girl. I just pushed her out, should I say. She's just a die cut that we pop out. So I'll glue her down in there. And then I've just pulled out some more of those elements. So I've just got little flowers and leaves and things, and I'm just going to glue those into spot as well.
That's great. Someone was saying that she thinks that it's a Heidi Swapp one. Is it the
Yes, that Memorydex. That's the ones that we're going to have in Crafters Cupboard. So they're on order. So we have been able to get some in, and you can just pop an email and we'll be able to put your name down for one of those Rolodexes, or sorry, the Memorydex it's called. Did that answer that question?
Yes, I think so. Yep.
Yep.
We'll put the
sorry.
We'll put the web page in on the comments.
Yeah, that would be fabulous, and I can write something in comments afterwards as well. Yes. So I'm just going to give that a quick trim. But again, you can see how quickly that's come up.
It's amazing.
And we'll just find a little word for that as well. So you really don't need to spend too much time on these. They're just, mini art, and it'd be also fun just to swap around with other people that are doing similar art so that you could get inspired by other people's work as well.
That's exactly right. I remember doing swaps years ago, and we were sending around a mini album to do it cost us a fortune in postage. This wouldn't cost that much in postage.
No. Well, you could, definitely send 3 or 4 in the mail in just a normal envelope. And yeah, I mean, that would be lovely. I think I could be into that. So have you
Yeah,
got time for another one?
that's got 5 minutes or 6 minutes. So yes,
All right. I
if you've got
reckon I can
another one,
squeeze
we'd love
another
to
one
see
out.
it. Yes, they don't take
Let's
very long.
see.
That was like 4 minutes. Oh, no,
It was.
so quick.
Let's see. All right,
Uh,
we'll try this one. Yep, we'll go with this one. Gonna put a little bit of edging
Faye's
on.
just asking how much. If you know how much. If you don't, we can just answer that question later. So
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're sort of, the Rolodexes are somewhere around the $50-$60 mark. But don't quote me on that. I will answer that later in the comments.
yeah, that's fair enough. Well,
I've got no one up here that can indicate to me what that price is going to be. We're just, like I said, we're just waiting for those to come in.
exactly. Yeah.
So I've just got some stickers here. These are like little washi stickers. So,
Cheese, mushrooms.
yeah, aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah.
And quite big now, aren't they? They're all sort of popular, these old mushies.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick that down. I've got a few more little die cuts. I've got little succulents, so we'll glue those down.
They are so good. They're so cute. I can see this becoming a passion or a
Oh,
obsession.
absolutely. I think Jennifer and I only just really started making them about 2 weeks ago, and yeah, she's constantly calling me up going, how many have you made? And we've got like a little challenge going because she's very competitive.
That's
But we're
fair.
having so much fun doing it, and of course I feel I'm recovering from some surgery, so it's sort of given me something to do
Yes.
without creating too much mess in the house. So it's been good.
Oh,
I've
good.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what we've got. All right, we've got this little bloke here. Can stick him in. I think I'm going to give him some wings.
Get some. Yes.
Can be a little. So I'll just give that
I
a
can
little.
see that it can be very inspiring to do
Oh,
something on a
absolutely.
small scale.
Yeah, and you can get so many accomplished in such a short period of time, and that's got to be good for our ego, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. So cute.
There you go, and I'm just going to pop him down.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Isn't he cute? Whoops, not glued down properly.
I was going to say, when you started putting the mushrooms on, it just reminded me like a fairy.
Yeah, and I'll just trim those little extras off. And of course, you can just keep on going. I can put a frame around that, some more wording, all that sort of stuff. But,
Of course.
that's just a basis. So that was pretty
That one was
quick. We
like
did 3
2
cards
minutes.
there. I wish I could do that when I'm not under the pump, actually. I tend to shuffle all the stuff around. I've already lost that other card. How's that? Oh, here it is. So there's
The
3 really
three.
quick cards.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Well
So
done.
lots of fun. I hope you
Excellent.
enjoyed
Okay,
that.
well, we'll switch over your camera again
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we'll come back and chat with you and
All
say
right,
goodbye.
gorgeous.
Oh, my goodness. I think I'm going to be obsessed with those. They look so good to do. Um, inspiring. Something that you can do in such a quick amount of time is just, yes, I can get into that. I'm just amazing. All right, we're back. So Danni's back with us. Hi, Danni.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, I'm out of camera.
That way. The opposite way. The opposite way.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah, you're in.
that's it.
Yeah, so they were so good, so quick and easy. I just blown away how quick they were. So yeah,
Yeah, they're so much fun. Like I said, Jennifer and I have been playing around with it for a few weeks now, and we've only got a quarter of a Rolodex, but it's just so much fun.
Oh,
Yeah. And I think, getting a group of people together to do this and maybe doing swaps and stuff would be awesome.
it would be. It would be. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just so much fun to, like share that sort of art. I think. Yeah. It'd be great.
Yeah,
Excellent.
absolutely.
Well, thank you for coming on and showing us those. I'm sure everybody that sees them are going to go, oh, that's it. I'm buying those next.
Yeah, my pleasure. So, like I said, we're getting those in. So I'll write down in the comments how to get those, or put your name down for one.
Fantastic. That's great. Thank you for being with us today.
And thanks for having me.
Is there anything else that you need to, any specials with the Crafters Cupboard or anything? Or
We've got some beautiful new release from Tracy Scott, and there's beautiful Scrap FX. So if you just pop online and have a look, and of course we've got lots of classes coming on with Michelle Logan and Star Books by the creative Sue. So there's lots of classes and things if you're looking for an online class. And our basic art journaling, we've got a new art journaling class starting soon as well. So
fantastic.
pop on if you're looking for some classes.
That'd be great. Thank you. All right, thanks for
Awesome.
coming, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay. Take care.
Thank you, Jenni. All
Bye.
right. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you to Danni from Mixed Media. Oh, sorry, from gosh, from Crafters Cupboard. Uh, I can't be believed so how beautiful those cards are, and just the amazing Danni. She's just so amazing with her creativity. And thank you to you, our Picture to Page community, for joining us today. Please continue to leave comments and ask questions for Danni if you need to. And share the love. Don't forget to share the videos, share everything. And if you want to know more about our last session, go over to the website and have a look at the details there. And it's found from picture to page and beyond.com.au. And while you're there, have a look at all the upcoming shows and join our mailing list. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day. Bye.